We are back again and we'll be talking on drinking water, staying hydrated. If you're just joining this channel, please switch on your notification so you'll be kept abreast of future episodes. And if you're not new to this channel, please ensure that you share, comment, and you like. What's the fuss about drinking water? I'm not talking about drinking of water, but drinking water. We've heard there are different types of drinking water. You have people saying ionized water, potable water, and so on and so forth. But this time around, we want to talk about alkaline water. So we want to think about what's the fuss about alkaline water. On this episode, we're going to learn what alkaline water is, why it is called alkaline water, what is the fuss about alkaline water, and at the end we'll be able to take our decision whether to go with the vogue of drinking alkaline water. What is alkaline water? Let's start from here. Why the word alkaline? The use of the word, if something is not alkaline, it will be acidic. And look at it that you take it from the measure of taking something like a ruler and you have it marked from 1 to 14. On the ruler, from 1 to 6 or close to 7 is seen as acidic, while from 7 to the end, which is 14, is called alkaline. And that measurement is what we call the pH. We are not going to go to the chemistry. We are conversant with when we say something is acidic, like the battery, that is the wet cell, the one they'll put their added acid to it. Some of us we're conversant with some acids like nitric acid, hydrochloric acid. You will only measure that from acid from 1 to 7, 1 to 6 point, let me say 6.9, but by the time you say 6.9, it's almost getting to neutral, while the others at the extreme end also. But the normal water that we drink, which is the potable water, is expected to be between 7 to 7.5 reading of the pH. So alkaline water is expected to be from 7.5 till 14, but in reality, you do not even get alkaline water getting to 11 to 14 on the pH scale. Another characteristic of alkaline water is that this alkaline water contains what we call mineral salts. And these mineral salts that are in the form of calcium, magnesium, potassium. That is the salts inside it that really make the water to be alkaline. So what are the sources of alkaline water? Alkaline water are gotten from two main sources. The first is the natural alkaline water, while the second one is the artificial alkaline water. The natural alkaline water is the water that is from natural source and it passes, across rocks. When you take your rocks, they contain various forms of, let me say, metals, calcium like that, but in this time in the form of the salt. So that makes the water to be naturally alkaline. But for the others that are artificial, you get this during processing of the water. For example, by using electrodes, when they get to the water, they can separate the acidity. What makes it to be acidic? It will have more of the alkaline. The another way that you find this artificial alkaline water that we buy, that we drink, is addition of this mineral salts during the course of processing. But in all honesty, when either natural alkaline water or artificial alkaline water, a sort of processing takes place. In other words, you don't just get water from the rock, artisanal water. People that do borehole, they may be fortunate that the source of that has high level of those mineral salts. That will still be a sort of processing, irrespective. There is always, even for the natural water, there's a bit of addition of processing, but this time around, not separating either the acidity or the alkalinity or adding any other mineral salt to know. It's also expected for the natural alkaline water, you expect the pH to be between 7.5 to 9, while for the others, you may even get started from around 8.5 of the pH reading. Yeah, this is just the preambles. But what are those claims that have been associated with alkaline water? You find a lot of people claiming that when you have alkaline water, it makes you to live longer, it washes your body, it washes your stomach, it washes your blood, it washes your cells, a lot of things. But let's now look at it from the point of researches that were carried out. Researches that were carried out recently showed that alkaline water really helps in sleep quality. That we can get from a particular journal that is called PLOS One, in 2022. Human beings were used to carry out this experiment. Some were given the alkaline water, another group were given the normal water. At the end of this experiment, which took place for about 6 to 8 weeks, it showed that those that drank alkaline water, they had better sleep and deep sleep. And not only that their hand gripping was better, to hold things than those that did not drink alkaline water. Another study showed that people that drank alkaline water, they had lower blood glucose, what you will call people that will have type 2 diabetes, having high blood sugar level. We call it sugar, but the real word is glucose level in the body. So they observed that they had lower blood glucose compared to the counterparts that did not drink the alkaline water. Not only that, experiments carried out using animal models indicated that alkaline water helped in reducing obesity, that is getting fat. However, when this was carried out in human being, the only results showed that overall weight, there was no change in the deposit of fat tissue in the waist, call it the waist circumference. It showed that those that drank alkaline water had a reduction in their waist circumference. Also, in human, alkaline water has proven that it reduced the high density lipoprotein, what we call HDL, or the good cholesterol, that it increased better than those that did not drink the alkaline water. However, for the bad cholesterol that we call LDL, there was no difference at all. And this supported some of the past researches that were carried out in 2010, 2013 by various researchers. We could refer to the journal Biopharma Bull of 2013. When it came to the issue of blood pressure, the research in 2013 indicated that the diastolic blood pressure really improved. However, for systolic blood pressure, there was no difference compared to those that did not drink the alkaline water. You may say, what is systolic blood pressure? Systolic blood pressure is that blood pressure where that is at top. When you measure your BP, they will say 150, 80. The 150, the one on top is the systolic, while the 80 is the diastolic. So they observed that for the diastolic, there was an improvement. There was a reduction for those that drank alkaline water compared to those that did not drink alkaline water. Other researches that were carried out in 2019, and this we could find in a particular journal that is called Alternative Medicine, showed that people that drank alkaline water that had sickness in their stomach, let me use that word, people maybe with ulcer, different types of bowel sicknesses, that the drinking of alkaline water helped them a lot to reduce the effect of these sicknesses. And you could add this to the fact that we know our stomach, we have the pepsin, the particular enzyme that secretes acid in our stomach. So the drinking of the alkaline water will cause a dilution that will prevent that stomach erosion that is caused by the secretion of the acid. Overall, drinking of alkaline water reduces stress And you see, some of these diseases that we're talking about, like the bowel syndrome, high blood pressure, they are all still associated with stress. And having reported now that alkaline water could help to reduce stress. So you may find that indirectly, even there will be a reduction in some of these diseases that are being mentioned. But I want to say there has not been any proven research pointing to drinking of alkaline water or reducing terminal sickness like cancer. Japan has so much gone to the extent now, having been able to establish that alkaline water really help in reduction of bowel syndrome, that they've legalized a particular equipment that is home use, where at home you could generate or produce alkaline water. So Japan is in the front of promoting the drinking of alkaline water based on all these researches and the positive outcome of the effect of drinking alkaline water on human health. Generally too, researchers in Spain, Japan pointed to the fact that alkaline water really help postmenopausal women in living better quality health life. Having said this, what should be our take home on this? I'd like to conclude that there is great positive outcome on the drinking of alkaline water on our health based on all the researches that have been carried out. And importantly too, even for postmenopausal women, people like women like I. So as much as you may have the opportunity, if you could lay your hands on that, or checking the labels of the water that you drink, you may wish to drink alkaline water. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, to share, to comment, and also to switch on your notification button as we look forward to seeing ourselves in the next episode. Bye, and God bless.